qualifiers, Midwest qualifiers between SUNY Plattsburgh and Fairmont State.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think this is OWU.
All right.
Oh, pardon me, Ohio Wesleyan and Fairmont State.
Captain.
And it's the second semifinal.
Nice kick.
Fairmont State.
Ohio Wesleyan tried to hold him up, but able to get loose.
Let it go. Let it go.
Fairmont State sets
Fine,
the
it's
ruck,
out.
ball's out. Ohio Wesleyan
Fine.
regains the ball. Looking for the offload, but intercepted by Fairmont State. They reset it. Fairmont State doing a lot of running on their own without much support. Ohio Wesleyan's able to keep it in, and there's a knock-on advantage to Ohio Wesleyan. Ball swung out wide. He's got a little bit of pace. This might be a mismatch. He'll be able to center this at least close to the post.
Put it down. Put it down.
It's good recognition there by Ohio Wesleyan of the mismatch on the outside with number 11, the speedy winger, up against Fairmont State's, shall we say, more of an interior player.
Here it is again. Ohio Wesleyan just outpacing on the outside and able to turn the corner for the first try of the day.
Wesleyan off to the early lead in the plate final
here. 10.
11 for Wesleyan's got a short, choppy stride, but he's quite quick.
Ohio Wesleyan just scored. OWU.
Kick.
Fairmont State with the take. Warhounds on the charge. Nice little offload. And the knock on.
Advantage here.
And 11 continues to play.
Advantage gained.
With the fend. Don't argue. Behind Wesleyan. Ohio Wesleyan under the post.
Put it down.
For their second try of the match early here in the plate final.
OWU capitalizing on some errant pass by Fairmont. Able to get it back inside, and they make the conversion to go up 12-0.
It was a nice play by Wesleyan, the winger there. Played fully to the whistle. Fairmont State seemed to kind of get frustrated at the drop pass and stopped playing, and Wesleyan, recognizing they had the advantage, continued playing on and capitalized.
Fairmont on the restart.
Looking for the kick. Tiptoes along. Tiptoes again. And he's off. There'll be another try underneath the post for Wesleyan if he gets there.
5.
Take it to 17-0.
5.
Ark Satan's going to have a word with number 5 from Fairmont State. Did he try to swipe it with his foot? Oh, he's got jewelry on.
I have a zipper pocket. Okay. I mean, I have a
We
zipper
got a player down here for Fairmont State.
I'm waiting. That's okay.
He took a fend.
In that blazing speed, I saw it.
So the conversion is good, and OWU go up 19-0.
I think Fairmont State's had a long day, and they're a little short for numbers.
Fairmont State
Halfway,
player
gents.
getting looked at on the sideline here.
They're switching. Hold on. Hold the key. What are we doing? My time.
The referee stops the clock, and as they're looking
No, you got
for.
the next game. We'll find somebody. You got the next game. Any of the Quins here? Lid, go on the other side and run touch. Here's a flag.
As we make some adjustments on the field.
And here we have a
Thank you.
full view of the refereeing family, Von Seaton. Lydia on the far side,
good?
Father Mark in the
Seven?
middle, and Ian on the near side.
Time's on. Here we go. Kick.
After that brief delay, we're back underway here. Fairmont looking to use their size.
Fine.
And
Good rip there from
Backward.
Ohio
Take-
Wesleyan. Offload, no numbers. Oh, great take there from Fairmont State. Nice little fend.
great hands.
Being dragged to the outside. It is able to stay in bounds. 14 with a quick little pilfer, but he's pushed out of bounds by Fairmont State.
Here we go.
It's good heads-up play there on both sides. Recognizing when the ball's out, playing within the rules.
Here we go. Quickly.
I don't think Fairmont State, I think they lost one of their lifters
Back.
and are
Back.
trying to figure out
Fly half.
how many guys they want to get in
Back.
the line out. They don't have enough players to lift.
Back. Guys, we're not coming in and out. Let's go. Hold on. I need a hooker.
Mark
I
Seaton
need a
giving
hooker.
some line-out instruction.
Gotta have a hooker.
Finally able to match out numbers here.
Yep.
Obviously, some players playing out of position.
Late in the day, what, 5th match here now. A little bit of attrition on both sides. And now we got the speed on the wing. See who's got the step.
And he turns the
And
corner.
11 has it again.
Now,
Makes it 22-0.
Just stay. Don't worry about
And
that.
a hat trick for number 11.
yeah. Yeah, Ohio Wesleyan traveling strong. A lot of teams with a 12-man tournament roster. By the time you get to Game 5, it's not hard to be struggling for subs.
All hands on deck at this point. Beautifully taken, well made.
Minute and a half.
Wesleyan had a dramatic win against Bucknell earlier today. They were down.
I'm with you. Right here.
They were down by less than a
Free kick,
score,
right
and with
there.
about a minute to go. You don't see this very often, but they had a
I'm with you.
counter ruck to win the game. Number 2 for Wesleyan. He hasn't come in yet in this plate final. Made a beautiful counter ruck, picked the ball up from 10 meters out and scored. As Fairmont State breaking through. Does he have the
Can he fend
gas?
it off? And he gets
Puts
it down.
Fairmont
give.
State cutting the gap to 19 points.
Nice run.
Very nice try to show a bit of offense going into the half.
Nice fend and balance there. See on the replay. able to keep his hips turned while fending off and creating separation just long enough to tap it down. The conversion is no good. 24-5. Ohio Wesleyan.
Next dead ball, halftime.
And we're past the 10 minutes for a plate final for first half. And the next time there's a dead ball, knock-on, penalty, balls out of bounds, or possibly a score, will mark the end of the first half.
I'm with you.
So likely to see both teams trying to run it from deep. Curious to see how aggressive Wesleyan gets with a solid lead through 10 minutes here. Nice tackle by 6, and that'll do it for the half. 24-5, Ohio Wesleyan. Really utilizing the speed of number 11 on the wing.
Ball.
Hit a hat trick in just about 8 minutes there. Fairmont State not able to retain possession well enough and not sliding on defense particularly effectively. Well, that late try at least gave them a glimmer of hope going into the second half.
So Mark Seaton, your referee out in the middle. His family out here, all of them referees.
Yeah.
His older son, Ian, has been selected as a referee for the National Collegiate Sevens Championship in North Carolina next month.
I don't think Mark would want us to broadcast how his teenage son has a higher referee ranking from USA Rugby than he does, but
I think Mark is very proud of his son.
He is. Actually, Ian's a great referee, and I really enjoy having Mark. Very clear and concise, and definitely knows his rugby. Very committed to his profession as a ref.
We'll see here going into the second half if Fairmont can make some adjustments and come up with some more tries. Ohio Wesleyan looking very strong and with a very deep bench this late in the day. Looks as if they have put in a couple subs. Number 11, who had a hat trick in the first half, is going to sit this one out and rest in hopes of looking good in the finals. Fairmont getting ready to kick off here. A very nice kick.
Barely 10, tap back by Ohio Wesleyan. Well done by Fairmont State to push him into touch before he can offload. Fairmont State is the alma mater of Pittsburgh Harlequins' last two captains, Paul Holmes and Nick Kuhn. Bit of a hotbed for Harlequins rugby. a good decision by the Fairmont State player to run back towards support. Numbers weren't there on the outside. Oh, beautiful offload. And if they can get it through the hands, they've got the numbers.
They've got numbers
Trying
on
to
the
go
outside.
on his own and only pass the last minute until there's a knock on.
Fortunately knocked it forward.
Mark Seaton with the quick whistle. Advantage was not, you didn't see it being gained, so there'll be a scrum down for Wesleyan. Disappointing there from Fairmont State. They had the numbers out wide. The ball carrier had time to offload it, but just didn't get his head up to pass it. Too often these guys are taking the ball into touch, or not into touch, but taking the ball into contact, and trying to pass once they're already in contact was much more difficult. If they just utilize the space, I think this game would be a bit closer. And Fairmont State wins it against the head. Good decision by 6. He's got a little pace there. Releases, gets back up. It's got to be a penalty on Ohio Wesleyan. Guys crawling on the ground, playing the ball. Fairmont State recognizes this. Yeah, there's no more advantage to going quick anymore.
Fairmont
Big
looking to use their
contact.
size. Looking to use their size, and they get
Big
over the line.
Oh, great body position. Huge amount of aggressiveness and aggression there from Fairmont State. They scored the last 2 tries. Brought it within
State's
2
cut
scores
it
here.
to 2 scores.
14-10.
This is going to be a long kick as a drop goal from out here.
Really difficult conversion.
He had the distance, but that's a tough kick. So it'll go
14-10 with about 6.5 minutes to go. I believe the clock was reset to 7 minutes in the stadium clock, but in a plate final it should be a 10-minute half. So I think our running clock there is correct. We're going to 20 minutes.
So Fairmont 10, Ohio Wesleyan 24. Fairmont kicks off to Ohio Wesleyan.
Oh, great hit. Great contact, good body position, but he needed to hold on. Referee saying did not release the ball. Was held down. Fairmont State needs a bit more urgency here to really exploit these quick turnover penalties here. And again, into contact, doesn't make the pass, and the ball is turned over. Yep, man's not running straight, trying to go sideways and creates obstruction. Again, Wesleyan recognize the numbers, recognize the penalty here. And Wesleyan obviously was saying something untoward towards the referee, didn't like it. Adds another 10 meters. Fairmont trying to go to the well once more. Up tight, they score again. Fairmont State starting to use their physicality. Wesleyan has a bit more, had a great expansive game in the first half, but in the second half, Fairmont State's size and strength is really taking a hold.
It's completely different games here in the second half from the first half. The conversion is no good, and the score stands Fairmont State 15, Ohio Wesleyan 24.
This game really goes to show in sevens how important it is to score your tries close to the sticks. There's not too many penalties scored, and if you end up on equal tries scored, it really matters where those tries are scored. So whereas Fairmont State is playing a more physical game, they're scoring their tries out wide. Wesleyan scored theirs by moving the ball into the wider spaces early on about midfield and letting their fast guys do the work, and they're able to center the ball and make their 2 conversions to Wesleyan's none. So at this point, Fairmont State's going to have to outscore Wesleyan by a try. Didn't get 10. They're all offsides. It's got to be a huge advantage there. Oh, he's going to score. Fairmont State, lack of recognition and awareness there. Wesleyan on the ball. A very nice sporting gesture there. A teammate gives it to his, passes it on to a guy, so he gets the share in the spoils. You can see now. That's a lovely piece of sportsmanship. It's a nice thing. Wesleyan converts the try again, put it underneath the post. And Fairmont State's in a bit of trouble here. Down 3 scores now. This conversions have really helped Wesleyan extend their lead here.
Fairmont came out here in the second half pretty strong, but I think it's going to be too little and not enough time to get back into this.
It's good work there at the breakdown by Wesleyan's number 2. Very strong. Or not. And again, Wesleyan talking a bit too much. Referee having none of it. Moving forward 10 meters. Doing it again. Another 10 meters.
Mark Seaton saying time is off. He wants the referee to, or the coach to talk to his player who has been talking back.
Getting a bit emotional here.
We're back on here.
2
Just
minutes
about full time. Got about 2 minutes.
The
left in
offload.
this game.
Out wide. Playing on the ground, number 2 Thunder Pill. He's not going to be happy about this, but he's got to get back to his feet there before he plays the ball. One more experience, you'll understand what he did wrong, and if he understood that, he would have no complaints. Hopefully, Fairmont State tries to play a bit here.
Advantage here. No
Knock
advantage.
on there by Fairmont
Block
State.
forward.
Some indecision there. A bit more decisiveness. Too often they're looking ahead of them for the contact and not trying to decipher where the weaknesses are and where the mismatches are.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
This could be the first scrum down of this game. Here just before we
Backwards.
near full time.
Leg. That's fine.
14 finds the gap. Looking wide, low behind. Oh, nice hands there. This guy's got a
Ohio
nice little
Wesleyan.
piece. Nice little pace.
Change that pace there, and he's going to go ahead and dot that down.
Number 2 there from Wesleyan. He's a good physical player, but he also, you can see he's got a little bit of pace and recognition of where the space is. I'm guessing he's a bit more of a
Anywhere. Yeah. Kick's no good.
on 15s. He probably wouldn't be probably a flanker, I'd imagine. Did well in the scrum there too to win it against the head.
Yeah, so that's full time here for this plate final. Ohio Wesleyan wins 36-15 against Fairmont. We'll be back in just a minute for the next game, which is
My pleasure. Good job, guys. 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 Good job. Yeah. Good job. Good job.